we got to follow up to the Ticketmaster thing. Musicians telling the truth about Ticketmaster. And
about Ticketmaster.
Are you guys sick of Ticketmaster? I hope not, because we're about to talk about it.
I'm curious. We got to tie a bow on this whole thing.
Musicians telling the truth about Ticketmaster. This is actually going to harp back to what Ryan was saying, what we were all saying. Is very interesting. So let's go ahead and let this play. So here's Loudwire video. Just let me know when to pause, guys.
Pearl Jam played Capitol Hill on Thursday as guitarist Stone Gossard and bassist Jeff.
Dude, you see how old that video is?
Is this from 1984? What's going on?
It's 1990s right there. So this is
man, it wasn't
this is the Pearl Jam news article from 92.
Jeff Ament were at the House of Representatives to begin 3 hours of testimony about Ticketmaster. Pearl Jam has accused.
Look at them in the court.
Looks like Justin Bieber.
I was like, well, this is why they lost.
But yeah, he speaks though. They are smiling. I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh man, I can't imagine going to court with a backwards hat and a bandana on. And I wear that shit every day. But like, I feel like you're asking to lose your court case.
You're asking to lose.
They're all fucking smiling. They probably pick like a funny moment, but they actually make some sense.
They're kicking out.
No, they're like, oh, these fools are definitely losing.
Yeah, I feel like
this funny video because I watched this already.
Ticketmaster of being a monopoly and of using its power to scuttle a summer tour the band had planned.
Congress or court,
same thing. For a relatively low $18.
It is well known in our industry that some portion of the service charges Ticketmaster collects on its sale of tickets is distributed back to the promoters in the venues. It is this incestuous relationship and the lack of any national competition for Ticketmaster that has created the situation we're dealing with today. As a result, our band, which is concerned about keeping the price of its tickets low, will almost always be in conflict with Ticketmaster, which has every incentive to try to find ways to increase the price of the ticket it sells.
You've decided to nail.
So it was pretty cool to see that flashback right there of them reporting in front of Congress and everything.
Wow, so from the start.
Yeah, and Pearl Jam tried and they failed inevitably. They couldn't survive as a band without fucking kneeling down to the damn Live Nation.
So yeah, like there's no way, because when you fight like a corporation like that or whatever, they can keep you in this battle for as long as they want to.
You'll run out of money before they will.
Exactly. They get the court costs, whatever it costs to hire lawyers and stuff like that. They could keep postponing and stuff. It could go on for years and years, and your money will just get drained before theirs will.
Hell yeah.
They'll out money you.
Yep. Exactly. They know when they're wrong. Everybody knows they're wrong, but they can afford to prolong shit until it's just useless, and they'll fucking get away with it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a corporate society for you. That's how it works here.
Fuck yeah.
Your mask to a flat fee of $20 and $4 a beer. For 12-ounce
so much.
guzzle of beer. Why are you doing it? And what do you hope to achieve?
It's gotten out of hand. The price of concerts, the price of entertainment, period. I went with Live Nation. I said, how can we just go in and take everything, the beer, the parking, whatever the price of tickets are, and put it in a pot, split it up fairly based on the number of people that come, and they're like, you're going to have to take a pay cut. No problem. I make a lot of money. I can take a pay cut. I'm going to tell people a lot of...
Dude, when I saw that, I was like, I have like just so much respect for him. I don't know. Like after seeing it, I'm like, wow, this is,
I respect that comment.
Yeah,
100%.
Cares about the fan experience.
Why do you guys hate Kid Rock so much? I'm just curious. What is it?
I'm curious too.
I want to know why. Because I remember watching like the behind the artist. Remember they used to do that
to Kid Rock
on VH1.
Music?
Yeah, but like
at all.
I actually don't mind his music.
I don't mind his music either. But he explains. I watched the behind the music thing with him. You remember when that was a thing? On like VH1 and stuff, and
of course,
and his story was so fascinating, and he talks about like what the lyrics are about and stuff, and why he just like projected it. Don't get me wrong, Cocky is a bad album. I only like one album by Kid Rock, and that was Devil Without a Cause. That's my favorite one, because it's cool to hear how he was just like struggling at that time, and he got famous after the fact. So he had that album out for like I think 7 years before he actually got Devil Without a Cause like on MTV, and then he blew up. So the album was already released for a while, but he just kept grinding and grinding to get it done. and they did a whole thing about. So I've always had like respect for Kid Rock, but I can.
It's kind of inspiring.
It was inspiring, yeah. As a teenager seeing that, I was like probably like what 13, I think, or something when I was watching that. Like, oh, okay, cool, because like he kept trying. He was kind of late to the game, so to say.
What he's done in the music industry, I have no issue with whatsoever. It's more just over the last like 5 years or so, some of the stuff that he says can grate on me.
What he says in the songs or like in person? Or are you talking about like
in person? He's gotten really, really political over the last like half a decade. So he's like super. Yeah, he's just super political about stuff. Like he can't shut up about it. So
I'm talking about music,
regardless of if you feel one way or the other way or somewhere in the middle. Either way, whenever somebody's just like that in your face about it, it starts to.
Okay,
on me
you guys are.
This is why I say ignorance is bliss. I like music that I can't understand.
I'm only talking about his. Okay. Let me rephrase what I said. I'm only talking about him as on the musical side. I did like everyone's talking about the politics. I did not know this, and I didn't pay attention to that.
Well, and you don't have to. You honestly don't have to. I mean, like I just happen to know that. You know what I mean? But like, I still like his music. Cowboy's a banger.
Ryan, I'm curious. So what did he say? I want to know what he said now. Now I'm curious. So,
well, okay. He's somehow become like a Southern rebel icon when he's from the suburbs of fucking Michigan, dude. Like he didn't grow up in a fucking trailer park. He chose to have a hard life. His family was well off. He didn't come from the fucking South, from the hills or some shit.
Yeah, they're middle class.
This is just a character he fucking plays, and he plays it well. And he, what he said in that little interview there, that's fucking cool, man. Make it cheaper for your fans. But he's just a bullshit artist, and he's excelling at it. That's all.
Okay,
that's all. Fuck that guy.
See, when I saw the VH1 thing, it was a completely different thing. Like, he was middle class, and he was talking about how he was well off. So when he was trying to do the music and stuff, he was just looked down upon since he was doing okay, and then he got himself into shitty situations where he had kids young, and he kind of created his hell pretty much. Like he was in a good situation and he made his situation worse, and then now he's like trying to take it out. That was in the beginning though. Like that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those stories like when he first started, but I don't know.
As far as recently, yeah, there's just a bunch of nonsense I really do not agree with, and I'm just tired of hearing it. So
I don't follow any of that new stuff. That's why I was curious. I'm curious now. Like, what the fuck did he say?
I'm a rebel country guy. No.
Here, you want one quick example, Alan? Just for the sake of it?
Yeah.
There was like a show last year where he like started dropping the F-bomb, and not the F-bomb that's the one that we drop all the time, the homophobic one. So people were like right off the bat not super happy about him doing stuff like that.
Gotcha. Was he talking about cigarettes?
No, because he added the GOT onto the end of it, so I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, didn't know about any of that. But then again,
That's
I also
why he was on Piers Morgan and not something else.
And why do you hate Piers Morgan? I don't know. I'm curious. I don't like him because of the way he delivers himself. He seems like stuck up, but I'm curious why you don't like him, Ryan.
Let's keep this about.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, this is beyond that. We're good on sketchy territory right now.
Okay, never mind. All right, let's keep this going.
Artists already do it. I think I've been guilty of it in the past too. We take some of our tickets, we put them on StubHub, overcharge. Look what the market determines they're worth. I'm taking 1,000 of them and I'm scalping them.
There were definitely times where certain surcharges were added, like Ticketmaster.
That's crazy that he admitted that, though.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Really opened up a seriously confusing array of ways to
he's dude from Fugazi.
Never mind the insanity of the charges they put on for the fans. But for instance, most venues will charge a Ticketmaster charge at the window when technically they're not supposed to, but it's a sort of allowed. It's like sort of a little cream for the venue. So if you buy it in advance, you pay a service charge. You buy it at the show, you shouldn't have to pay anything more than the face value. But Ticketmaster kind of says like, well, it's okay. You can do that. 1993, we were playing really big venues, and we played in Kansas City. I put a sign up on the window of the front of the hall and said, people, there will be $1 extra charge on your ticket. Fugazi apologizes for the inconvenience. However, Fugazi does not apologize for Ticketmaster or the people who run this hall. And I put that in the window. And of course, they found that to be, yeah.
Wow. They fucking did that to them? That's crazy.
Yeah,
oh, that's crazy. So
I'm a little confused about what I just heard. Can you guys dumb it down for me?
He said they were playing, okay, so you got the tickets and the venue are basically owned by the same outfit. So there would be an extra surcharge if you bought online, or not online, if you ordered your ticket, there would be a surcharge for a fee for that. But he's saying at the venue there was also an additional charge for no fucking reason, which they weren't supposed to do, but Live Nation's like, yeah, well, go ahead and do it because they're going to get the money anyway. Yeah.
And then he said
they put a sign up.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, they put a sign up. Hey, sorry guys, your ticket's going to cost an extra $1, but it wasn't our choice. But we apologize for it, but we do not apologize for Ticketmaster for making the call, for adding that. So yeah,
and then they sent him to prison.
Yeah.
Darn sure.
If you are enjoying these clips from our full podcast, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on all those notifications so you don't miss out when we go live on Sunday, which is always the same time at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you can't catch it there, we're also on Spotify and future streaming platforms in the future, because that's where the future takes place. I don't know. Just hit subscribe, guys.